You take from it?
These numbers, Kate, really strong. Retail sales for March coming in at 1.4%. That is certainly stronger than expected. We had pretty much a flat February. The numbers actually surged in March. And what that indicates, I mean, this is really important because this is the first sort of hard piece of data that we've gotten that really indicates just how much the announcement of these tariffs is actually affecting consumer spending and consumer behavior. This is what economists are referring to as front loading.
Because I was going to say,
yeah.
Do you say this is confidence or this is fear? Like,
I would say that it's
panic buying.
Yeah, it's good news, but it's precarious good news.
Right,
so it's front loading, people rushing out and saying, gosh, I know that the prices are going to rise. Let me go out and buy that washing machine, okay? Let me go out and get that car. What's going to be interesting is what happens after this, right?
Okay.
So April, I would anticipate the numbers for April will also be higher as well, because April is, of course, when we got the announcement of the 145% tariffs on China. This is still going back to March, when Donald Trump announced steel and aluminum tariffs as well. I think that if these tariffs go into effect, and I'm talking about the exemptions expiring, inventory runs down, we are going to see the numbers drastically fall over the summer. That's when we're in trouble, right? You've got to remember that consumer spending makes up about 70% of GDP. This is a consumer-led economy. If people stop spending, and I'm talking about over the summer, June, July, August, what does that mean for businesses? What does that mean for layoffs?
Also assuming that this trade, that this trade war, not just the new floor that he might be creating with the cross-the-board tariffs, but like if this trade war reaches into June and July, and
that's a problem. That's when the U.S. economy is in trouble, because not only would people have front-loaded their spending and spent what they were going to spend later in the year, they would have spent it earlier in the year. But on top of that, with the higher prices, with certain goods not being available, people might not spend as much. And again, that is when the U.S. economy is going to show signs of trouble.
Yeah, so this is, another important piece of data that everyone will take into account.
Yes.
Where are we looking right now for
So Dow futures pretty much flat, as you can. S&P futures down a little bit. The NASDAQ futures, that's where we're seeing some drama, and that is because of NVIDIA. It has absolutely nothing to do with the retail sales numbers. This is about NVIDIA because the Trump administration is essentially placing restrictions on what sort of chips NVIDIA can actually sell to China.
This is huge, though.
This is huge. This is part of the non-tariff side of this trade war.
Right.
And that is heating up. What's interesting is that this was actually placed into restrictions under the Biden administration. Donald Trump is now clamping down on NVIDIA. This is part of making sure that China does not win in this AI race.